Hello, welcome to my video. Before you start watching, I will ask you to subscribe to the channel, as more than 99% of people watch videos without a subscription. Alice Carey stood by the roadside, a small cart filled with bottles of fresh milk. It was a familiar scene in her life, as she had inherited her mother's trade of selling milk to passersby. Though the work was arduous and often accompanied by the condescending sneers of the rich, Alice remained determined. On a sunny afternoon, a sleek black car pulled up near her cart. Out stepped Ryan Bosworth, his friends trailing behind him. They were the epitome of wealth and privilege, laughing as they spotted Alice. Ryan, with his arrogant smile, approached her. "What have we here?" "A milkmaid on the highway," Ryan jeered, his friends joining in the laughter. Alice's face flushed with embarrassment, but she maintained her composure. "I may be a milkmaid, but I take pride in my work," she replied calmly, her voice unwavering. "Would you like some fresh milk? It might do wonders for your manners." Ryan's laughter subsided, replaced by a flicker of curiosity in his eyes. He realized that Alice's confidence was unshakable, and a hint of admiration began to bloom within him. His friends exchanged smirks but decided to move on, leaving Ryan alone with Alice. "You're not like the others, are you?" Ryan said, a trace of sincerity in his voice. Alice looked at him, her eyes holding a mix of skepticism and curiosity. "And what makes you say that?" Ryan paused for a moment, choosing his words carefully. "Most people I know are blinded by their wealth and status. But you, Alice, seem to possess something different, something genuine." Alice's defenses slowly softened as she regarded Ryan more attentively. Perhaps there was more to him than the surface-level impression she initially had. "You shouldn't judge people based on appearances alone," Alice said softly. "We all have our own stories and struggles." Ryan nodded, a newfound respect gleaming in his eyes. "You're right, Alice. I apologize for my earlier behavior. It was uncalled for." Alice gave him a small smile, accepting his apology. "Apology accepted, Ryan. Just remember that kindness goes a long way." As Ryan walked away, he couldn't shake off the impact of their brief encounter. There was something about Alice that intrigued him, a strength and authenticity he rarely found in his circle. He made a silent promise to himself to learn more about her, to understand the world she came from. Little did he know that this chance meeting would mark the beginning of a journey that would change both of their lives forever. Days passed, and Alice continued her daily routine, selling milk by the highway. One afternoon, a delicate envelope arrived at her doorstep. Opening it, she found an invitation to a grand wedding at the city's most prestigious venue. Confusion washed over her as she read the elegant script. Who could have invited her to such an event? As she glanced at the names of the couple, a realization struck her. The groom was none other than Eric Erickson, a renowned banker known for his success and fortune. Intrigued by the mystery, Alice decided to attend the wedding. She donned her best dress, feeling a mix of excitement and uncertainty. Little did she know that her presence at the wedding would turn heads, including Ryan and his friends. As Alice entered the grand hall, she felt a pang of nervousness. The opulent decorations and extravagant guests overwhelmed her senses. She scanned the room, searching for a familiar face amidst the sea of strangers. It was then that her eyes met Ryan's, and for a brief moment, time seemed to stand still. Ryan approached her, his eyes widening with surprise. "Alice, what are you doing here?" "I received an invitation," she replied, her voice tinged with curiosity. "What about you?" Ryan hesitated for a moment, then admitted, "I'm friends with Eric, the groom. We've known each other for years." Their conversation was interrupted by the bustling crowd as the ceremony was about to commence. Ryan extended his arm, an unspoken invitation for Alice to accompany him to their seats. She hesitated, contemplating whether to accept or retreat to the safety of the crowd. Sensing her hesitation, Ryan's eyes softened. "Alice, I know we started off on the wrong foot, but let me make it up to you tonight. Give me a chance to prove that I'm not who you think I am." Alice's heart wavered as she looked into Ryan's earnest eyes. Perhaps this was an opportunity for redemption, a chance to bridge the gap between their worlds. With a shy smile, she placed her hand in his, accepting his invitation. Together, they entered the grand hall, unaware of the twists and turns fate had in store for them. The wedding ceremony began, the couple exchanging vows amidst the enchanting ambience. Alice couldn't help but feel a sense of longing for the kind of love she witnessed before her. As the evening unfolded, Alice and Ryan found themselves engrossed in conversations, discovering shared interests and dreams. They laughed, they debated, and they felt an undeniable connection growing between them. It was as if the walls that divided their worlds were crumbling, leaving behind a bond that surpassed societal boundaries. Little did they know that beneath the glimmering surface of this extravagant celebration lies concealed secrets and hidden agendas. And as the night wore on, these secrets would come crashing down, shattering their newfound connection and leading them down a path of betrayal and heartbreak. But for now, Alice and Ryan reveled in the joy and enchantment of the evening, their hearts blissfully unaware of the impending storm. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the grand hall, Miranda Ayrton, Alice's loyal friend, quietly observed the unfolding events. Miranda had been by Alice's side since childhood, a constant source of support and guidance. She had her reservations about the world of the wealthy, but she trusted Alice's judgment. Miranda's sharp gaze fell upon Eric Erickson, the groom, as he mingled with the guests. There was an air of unease surrounding him, a restlessness in his eyes that piqued Miranda's curiosity. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to Eric than met the eye. Lost in her thoughts, Miranda didn't notice someone approaching her until a deep voice broke the silence. "Are you enjoying the spectacle, Miss Ayrton?" Startled, Miranda turned to find a tall, distinguished gentleman standing beside her. His name was Theodore Hawthorne, a close friend of the groom and a successful lawyer. "I apologize if I startled you," Theodore said, offering a warm smile. "I couldn't help but notice your contemplative expression. Care to share your thoughts?" Miranda studied him cautiously, assessing his intentions. There was a kindness in his eyes, a genuine curiosity that seemed different from the superficial charm she had grown accustomed to in this world. "I'm simply observing," Miranda replied, her voice tinged with caution. "Weddings have a way of revealing truths, don't you think?" Theodore's smile widened, his eyes twinkling with intrigue. "Ah, you're a perceptive one." "I couldn't agree more. Sometimes, the most unexpected encounters can change the course of our lives." Miranda found herself drawn to Theodore's words, his sincerity resonating within her. Engaging in a heartfelt conversation, they discovered shared passions and aspirations. As the evening progressed, a bond formed between them, one that transcended the superficiality of the grand affair. Unbeknownst to Miranda and Theodore, their connection would soon intertwine with the lives of Alice and Ryan, setting in motion a series of events that would challenge their loyalties and test the true nature of love and betrayal. As the night wore on, Alice and Ryan continued to enjoy each other's company, their initial reservations fading away. They danced together, their laughter blending with the melodic strains of music. In that moment, they were lost in the enchantment of the evening, oblivious to the storm gathering on the horizon. But as fate would have it, the truth would unravel, leaving a trail of heartbreak and shattered illusions in its wake. Betrayal loomed, threatening to tear apart the fragile bonds they had formed. Would their love be strong enough to withstand the storm, or would it crumble under the weight of deceit? Only time would tell as the night of the grand wedding unfolded, setting the stage for a gripping tale of love, passion, and the consequences of choices made in the face of temptation. The night grew darker, and the atmosphere within the grand hall shifted. Unbeknownst to Alice and Ryan, a sinister plot was taking shape, orchestrated by forces they had yet to uncover. Eric Erickson, the groom, stood at the center of it all. Beneath his charming facade, a dark ambition burned, fueled by greed and a thirst for power. He had long been entangled in a web of deception, his true intentions veiled behind the allure of his wealth and stature. Eric's eyes scanned the room, his gaze fixated on Alice and Ryan. The sight of them, immersed in their newfound connection, fueled a toxic mix of envy and anger within him. They were the embodiment of a love he could never truly possess, and it gnawed at his fragile ego. Unbeknownst to Alice, Ryan had been torn between two worlds: the world he had always known, filled with privilege and expectations, and the world he had discovered through Alice, a world that celebrated authenticity and compassion. He felt the weight of his own choices pressing upon him, unsure of which path to follow. It was in this moment of vulnerability that Eric seized his opportunity. He approached Ryan with a false sincerity, weaving a web of half-truths and promises of a future shaped by power and influence. In his manipulation, he sought to exploit Ryan's internal conflict, presenting a path that seemed irresistible. Ryan, caught between the lure of wealth and his growing affection for Alice, found himself entangled in Eric's deceit. The seeds of doubt were planted, clouding his judgment and pushing him further away from the genuine connection he had found with Alice. As the wedding festivities continued, Miranda and Theodore watched from the sidelines, their own suspicions deepening. Theodore had always been a keen observer of human nature, and he sensed the darkness that lingered in Eric's actions. Miranda confided in Theodore, her worries pouring out like a floodgate. "There's something not right about Eric. I fear that Alice and Ryan are being manipulated, trapped in a game they don't even know they're playing." Theodore's eyes narrowed, his concern mirrored in his voice. "We must protect them, Miranda. We cannot let them fall prey to Eric's machinations." Together, they devised a plan to expose Eric's true nature, to unravel the web of deception and bring light to the shadows that threatened to consume Alice and Ryan's love. As the night progressed, Alice and Ryan found themselves drifting apart, their connection strained by the seeds of doubt sown by Eric. Confusion and heartache weighed heavily upon them, the once bright flame of their love flickering in the face of betrayal. Little did they know that the true battle had only just begun. The forces of deception were aligning, and their love would be put to the ultimate test. In the face of manipulation, would their bond prove resilient, or would it crumble under the weight of the secrets that surrounded them? The answers lay in the coming days as the story of love, betrayal, and redemption continued to unfold, bound by the fragile threads of trust and the courage to confront the shadows of deceit. The days following the grand wedding were fraught with tension and uncertainty. Alice and Ryan, burdened by the web of deception spun by Eric, found themselves drifting further apart. Their once vibrant connection now teetered on the edge of collapse, overshadowed by doubt and betrayal. Miranda and Theodore, determined to protect their friends from the clutches of Eric's manipulation, embarked on a mission to unmask the truth. They delved into the murky depths of Eric's past, piecing together fragments of information that painted a grim portrait of his true character. Their investigation led them to a revelation: a secret vault hidden within Eric's grand mansion. Within its walls lay a trove of incriminating evidence, a testament to the depths of Eric's deception. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Miranda and Theodore prepared to confront Alice and Ryan, to reveal the truth and offer a lifeline amidst the storm. Meanwhile, Eric grew increasingly restless. He sensed a shift in the dynamics, a growing awareness that his carefully constructed facade was beginning to crumble. Desperate to maintain his control, he plotted his next move, determined to crush any hope of redemption and keep Alice and Ryan under his influence. On a cloudy afternoon, as raindrops danced against the windows, Miranda and Theodore arranged a meeting with Alice and Ryan. They spoke of their discoveries, exposing the hidden truths that had been meticulously veiled. Alice's eyes widened, her heart heavy with a mixture of disbelief and pain. "I can't believe I fell for his lies. I thought our connection was real." Ryan, his face etched with remorse, nodded in agreement. "I should have seen through his facade, but I was blinded by my own insecurities. I allowed myself to be swayed by promises of wealth and power." Miranda placed a reassuring hand on Alice's shoulder. "You're not alone in this, Alice. We all make mistakes. What matters is how we move forward from here." Theodore interjected, his voice filled with determination. "Eric's reign of manipulation ends here. Together, we will expose him and ensure that justice is served." With renewed resolve, the group devised a plan to confront Eric and bring his deceit to light. They knew the path ahead would be treacherous, as Eric would stop at nothing to protect his secrets. But they were fueled by a shared belief in the power of truth and the strength of genuine connections. As the storm raged outside, symbolizing the tempest within their hearts, Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore prepared to face their greatest challenge yet. The battle against deception would test their resilience, but it would also unveil the depths of their courage and the power of their unwavering love. In the darkest of moments, when all seemed lost, they would stand united, ready to face the consequences of unmasking the truth. For in the face of betrayal, their bond would be their guiding light, illuminating a path toward redemption and the restoration of their shattered hearts. The time for confrontation had arrived. Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore stood united, their resolve unwavering in the face of the storm that awaited them. They entered Eric's grand mansion, each step fueling a mix of anticipation and trepidation. The halls were cloaked in an eerie silence, broken only by the echoes of their footsteps. As they ventured deeper into the mansion, they could feel the weight of Eric's deceit hanging in the air, suffocating and oppressive. Finally, they'd reached the hidden vault, a chamber that held the key to exposing Eric's true nature. With bated breath, they unlocked the doors, revealing a wealth of evidence that would shatter the illusions Eric had carefully crafted. Photographs, documents, and records filled the room, each piece of evidence a testament to Eric's manipulative schemes. The group sifted through the damning revelations, their hearts heavy with the weight of betrayal. "Look at this," Miranda exclaimed, her voice trembling with disbelief. "He orchestrated everything. From the moment he met Alice to the web of lies he spun around Ryan." Ryan's hands clenched into fists as his eyes scanned the evidence, anger simmering within him. "He used us, played with our emotions for his own selfish gain." Alice, her eyes brimming with tears, whispered, "We have to expose him, for the sake of all those he has deceived." With newfound determination, they gathered the evidence, ensuring that every piece was meticulously documented. Their plan was clear: to bring Eric's deceit into the light, holding him accountable for the pain he had inflicted. Outside the mansion, the sky cleared, as if the heavens were aligning with their cause. The group prepared to share their findings with the world, knowing that their actions would have far-reaching consequences. They had become warriors of truth, united against the shadows of deception. Together, they crafted a detailed exposé, weaving a narrative that would expose Eric's true nature to the public eye. They reached out to trusted journalists, ensuring that the story would reach the widest audience possible. As the news broke, shockwaves reverberated through society. The truth behind Eric's charming persona unraveled, leaving a trail of shattered trust in its wake. The public's perception shifted, their eyes opened to the manipulation that had once ensnared them. Amidst the chaos, Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore stood strong, their connection fortified by the shared experience of overcoming betrayal. Their story became a beacon of hope for those who had fallen victim to deceit, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, truth and love can prevail. Eric, now exposed, retreated into the shadows, his empire crumbling around him. The consequences of his actions were swift and merciless. His wealth and influence became hollow symbols of his downfall. In the aftermath, Alice and Ryan found solace in each other's arms, their love forged through the fires of adversity. Miranda and Theodore, bound by their shared journey, discovered a deep connection that transcended the confines of friendship. The wounds inflicted by betrayal slowly healed, leaving behind scars that served as a reminder of their strength and resilience. They had emerged from the shadows, forever changed, but not broken. As they gazed into the future, uncertainty mingled with hope. The path ahead was uncertain, but they knew that as long as they had each other, they could face whatever challenges lay in wait. For love had triumphed over deception, and the echoes of their story would resonate, a testament to the indomitable spirit that dwells within the human heart. In the aftermath of the revelations, Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore found themselves navigating a new chapter of their lives, a chapter marked by healing, redemption, and the pursuit of genuine happiness. The public response to the expose was overwhelming. Messages of support poured in, applauding their courage to confront deceit and inspiring others to seek truth in their own lives. The impact of their story had far surpassed their expectations, igniting a nationwide conversation about the dangers of manipulation and the power of resilience. Amidst the recognition and newfound purpose, Alice and Ryan found solace in their love. They stood as beacons of hope, demonstrating that true connection could withstand even the most insidious forms of betrayal. Together, they vowed to nurture their relationship, building a future founded on trust and authenticity. Miranda and Theodore, too, embraced the transformation brought about by their shared journey. Their friendship blossomed into a profound love, anchored in their unwavering support for one another. They reveled in the joy of finding a connection that transcended the boundaries of the superficial world they had once known. As time passed, Alice and Ryan dedicated themselves to helping others who had fallen victim to manipulation and deceit. They established a foundation, offering support, resources, and counseling to those in need. Through their efforts, they aimed to shine a light on the dark corners of human interaction, spreading awareness and empowering others to reclaim their own narratives. Meanwhile, Miranda and Theodore used their legal expertise to advocate for policy changes that would protect vulnerable individuals from manipulative tactics. They became champions of justice, fighting to ensure that no one would suffer the same fate they had endured. As their individual journeys progressed, the four of them remained connected, drawing strength from their shared experiences. They celebrated milestones together, shared laughter and tears, and offered unwavering support in the face of life's challenges. Their bond had been forged through adversity, and it stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. In the quiet moments, as they reflected on their collective journey, they marveled at the profound impact a chance encounter had on their lives. They acknowledged that without each other, they may have succumbed to the shadows of betrayal, forever lost in a world of illusions. But through their collective strength, they had reclaimed their identities, rising above the pain and finding redemption. Their story became a beacon of hope for those who had been deceived, reminding them that even in the darkest moments, there was a flicker of light waiting to guide them home. And so, they embarked on their respective paths, armed with the lessons learned and the unwavering belief that love and authenticity could triumph over deceit. Their story would forever be etched in the annals of time, a testament to the power of resilience, the pursuit of truth, and the transformative nature of genuine connection. As they looked towards the future, uncertainty lingered, but it was met with unwavering optimism. For they had faced the depths of betrayal and emerged stronger, united by a bond that transcended the trials they had endured. Together, they would navigate the uncharted waters, guided by the light of redemption and fueled by the unyielding power of love. Years had passed since the tumultuous events that had shaped their lives. Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore had each found their own paths, but their connection remained unbreakable, a thread that wove through the tapestry of their lives, forever binding them together. Alice and Ryan had built a life filled with love and authenticity. Their foundation was strong, forged through the trials of betrayal. They found solace in simple moments, cherishing the beauty of a shared laugh or a tender embrace. Their love story had become a beacon of hope for those who believed in the power of redemption. Miranda and Theodore continued to fight for justice, leaving a lasting impact on the legal landscape. Their dedication to advocating for the vulnerable had transformed lives and inspired change. Their shared passion fueled their relationship, and they found joy in celebrating each other's victories. Together, the four of them remained a force to be reckoned with, a testament to the strength of genuine connection and the resilience of the human spirit. They continued to support one another, offering a safe haven amidst life's uncertainties. As the years unfolded, they witnessed the ripple effect of their story. People came forward, sharing their own tales of overcoming betrayal and finding the courage to reclaim their lives. Their journey had ignited a movement, a collective awakening to the power of truth and the importance of authentic relationships. In recognition of their contributions, Alice, Ryan, Miranda, and Theodore were invited to speak at conferences, sharing their experiences and inspiring others to embrace vulnerability and resilience. Their voices carried weight, their words resonating with those who sought solace in the face of deception. The legacy they had forged extended far beyond their individual lives. They had become beacons of hope, guiding others out of the shadows of manipulation and into the light of authentic connections. In the quiet moments, when they gathered together, they reflected on the journey that had brought them here. They marveled at the twists and turns, the pain and triumphs that had sculpted their characters. They recognized that the scars of betrayal would always be a part of them, but they had transformed from wounds into symbols of strength. As they sat beneath a starlit sky, the moon casting a soft glow upon their faces, they raised a toast to love, to resilience, and to the unwavering bond they shared. They knew that their story would endure, etched into the fabric of time as a testament to the transformative power of truth and the enduring nature of genuine connections. And so, they continued to live their lives with open hearts, knowing that love would always prevail over deceit. Their story had become a beacon of light, a reminder to all that the path to redemption was not without its trials, but the destination was worth every step. As they gazed into the future, their spirits intertwined. They knew that their journey had only just begun. For love, in all its forms, would forever guide their footsteps, weaving a tapestry of resilience, forgiveness, and the unyielding strength of the human heart.